schools or civic organizations, even places of worship. I will be seeking a presidential finding to that effect.
So those are the three leading military options. An immediate cruise missile strike against known al-Qaeda camps, but they're mostly empty, and that option hasn't proved very successful in the past. Option number 2 combines missiles with a bombing campaign.
With what targets? What's left worth mounting a high-cost bombing run against Afghanistan?
There are Taliban installations.
If we choose to go after the Taliban immediately, without first giving them the opportunity to help us against al-Qaeda.
Precisely. Which brings us to option number 3, the one that meshes best with the CIA proposals. Special forces lead the way, with missiles and bombers supporting our troops on the ground who will pathfind to rich targets and bolster the advance of the Northern Alliance.
It depends a great deal on the Northern Alliance and just how allied they are.
The alliance, the whole area, it makes the Balkans look serene. That's what creates the danger of having the conflict spill over into the surrounding region.
But if we succeed in ridding Afghanistan of al-Qaeda, we send a serious message to other regimes. Iran, for example, that there is no future in harboring terrorists.
Do we? Sir, I can assure you the entire international community is in the coalition to eliminate al-Qaeda. But if we begin extending to other groups or states, those allies will begin dropping away.
At some point, we may be the only ones left standing, and that will have to be okay. That's why we're America.
I doubt it will come to that. The number of allies might dwindle, but those who truly get it will remain solid. The Brits, certainly.
But others will argue against it. Afghanistan is a graveyard of empires. The British were crushed there twice in the 19th century. The Russians sent packing in the last decade.
Only because we gave the Afghanis Stinger missiles as part of the Cold War effort.
Surely there is a consensus to remove the Taliban if it refuses to cooperate in the battle against al-Qaeda.
But the Taliban is only the beginning of the problem.
If we leave Saddam Hussein in place, we've accomplished very little in the long run.
Be careful. We do not want to declare war on all Islam.
Not all Islam. Just those elements determined to destroy us.
And Saddam Hussein is tied for first place with Osama bin Laden.
UBL attacked us, not Saddam.
Only because he was unable. But he's got the arms. He's been developing everything from nuclear weapons to smallpox to anthrax to, well, the whole range of weapons of mass destruction. Ever since he so frustrated the UN inspectors that they walked out, and the Security Council looked on and did nothing. All he's lacked is the means to deliver those weapons to our shores. Well, UBL has shown that he's got a system of delivery. And it is not an arsenal of ICBMs, but it is something just as deadly. Cells of radicals, suicide bombers, the sort the Israelis deal with.
We can't use 9/11 as a general warrant to hunt down anyone we think doesn't like us. If we're seen to do that, we won't have not one Arab state in the coalition against UBL and the Taliban, which will weaken the resolve of certain Europeans. We'll be doomed going in.
After what happened to us on 9/11, if we leave any of our enemies standing, it will embolden him. Back to the central issue. Does the coalition define the mission? Or is it the other way around?
Let's take a break. And when we reconvene, let's refocus on the military options in Afghanistan. Well, the outlines are becoming clear. So are the pitfalls.
Iraq?
Yes, and that graveyard of empires business, I want to hear this whole debate go on this afternoon.
Is there any special mission for me?
Listen. Just listen. Then we'll go over it together, but no decision today. No, I definitely agree with Rove on this one. For the last 8 months, we've been middling, Karen. We know that. We've had a success with the tax cuts, sure. But education